Hey guys, my name is Monia. Welcome to my channel. And today I'm gonna just do a get ready with me. Nothing spicy or of interest has come out in the makeup community that's like really just been like, I've been like dying to try. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do a cute little get ready with me, talk to myself for like the next 2 hours, entertain the things that I love to do on a daily basis, except this time around, I have evidence of how genuinely crazy I am. Okay, so I'll be doing my makeup. I'm thinking of like a cute little blue moment today because I'm blue abadida budai. So we're gonna use the Naked Urban Wild Wild West, and I really want to use Bud. What is up? How have you been? I've been on a roller coaster of emotions, guys. It's like people are nuts. Okay, that's all I can really say. Oh my god, what do I have to catch up with you guys? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead, do my eyebrows. I feel like I have to do my eyebrows because that's what shapes my face. And so I'm gonna be using the I'm gonna be using Patrick Stars. So many Patricks and stars. Oh, I'm gonna use Patrick Stars one size eyebrow pencil. I end up getting medium brown. I swapped out the taupe for medium brown because it was too light for my eyebrows. I'm gonna do my brows really quick off camera because I can't focus on my brows and talk at the same time. Then we'll jump into my eye look and we'll just get down to the dirty deeds of life. Okay, I am back. I did my brows and then I had a brow kiki moment. I did the taupe brow gel on top of it to lighten my brows because my hair is getting light for the summer. So we need to make sure everything is, and especially when you have your hair back, if you really want to be looking super chic, make sure that your eyebrows are on fleek because that's like what people will be paying attention to since the hair is out of your way. They'll be looking at your cute little face. Okay, so let's get into it. I'm gonna do some eyeshadow primer. Hourglass, The Veil, love it, has yet to fail me. And where do we begin? Well, first of all, I had a friend over last night and we made amazing food and drinks. I love a good moment where you can just cook at home and make delicious, amazing, fresh food that I would say probably is better than what you would get at 98% of the restaurants. Like, unless boo, you are a Michelin chef, I can keep up in the kitchen. I love to cook. I love to be creative. I feel like that's the way that I get to express myself the best, is like through food, through drinks. I love making cocktails. I love making my own syrups. I'm looking into doing infusions of like vodkas and stuff like that. But my fear is like, I'm gonna make all these infusions and I don't really drink that much. I'll do it like on weekends or when I have someone over. It's more so of like socialized drinking. Like when you go to the doctor and they're like, what kind of drinker are you? Frequent? Alcoholic? Socializer? And I'm like, oh, I'm just a socialized drinker. Like I never feel like I have to go home and have a glass of wine or scotch to like unwind. I think the way I unwind is by working out. Love it. Anyways, so yeah, a friend came over and we ended up making these delicious lavender lemon drop martinis, and I legit almost was in a, like, I was like, shit, I've been missing out for this long. And we just had a great time. She made homemade crab cakes, freshly caught by her grandparents, like from the ocean, which I was like, wow, that's fucking awesome. Like, I wish I could say that like I had a connection like that, or I can do that myself, because I would be here for it. Like, I would totally be here for a moment where I got on dirty jobs and would like go get the hen or get the chicken eggs from the chickens or the hens, or go milk a cow. Like, I would love to do that. I think that'd be so fun, is to be just like sustainable on your own and self-sufficient. Like, I'm totally here for it. So yeah, had a great time, great food. I made some mashed potatoes. I made some escargot, if you don't know what that is. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. Escargot are snails. Yum, yum. And I think we looked this up. We're like, what is it defined in the scientific area? And they're called mollusks because they have this shell. So I made escargot with butter and roasted garlic, and you just put on your bread and you just eat it up. So good, so easy. And yeah, and then I think the last drink we made was, we turned the martini into a sour, and game changer, baby. Like, that was amazing. And I typically don't reach for vodka. Like, I like my whiskey or bourbon, but I think I'm gonna try to make like a lavender infused vodka now. Then there was my birthday, which was just under a month ago. I am officially 29 years old, and I am loving every minute of it. Thank you to, that was a nice burp. Thank you to everyone who has wished me a happy birthday, has sent their warm wishes, or just has reached out. It really means a lot. I appreciate the love. I got to see a lot of my friends and family have just absolutely spoiled me on my birthday, and I couldn't be any more blessed or thankful. My birthday was a complete shit show. And half of it, like, I had a meltdown because I was dealing with like family stuff, and they were really just pissing me off. Like, they did everything that my brother, he's a little fucking shit. I wanted to murder him, like, for real. Like, I wanted to choke him. Not literally, like, I don't condone violence, and I was in an abusive relationship, so no. But he ended up crashing at my place because my partner and I ended up going to Austin for like a mini getaway, and he just planned everything, and super, super sweet and thoughtful, and just completely spoiled me. And so what ended up happening is, like, on my actual birthday, my security system in my home kept going off. Well, my brother ended up crashing at my house. And so it went off once at 7 a.m. and my security system called me, asking me to dispatch police. And I was like, no, this must be a fluke. My brother's there. There's no way. And what went off was that the glass was broken. Like, someone broke into my house by breaking into the glass. And so they didn't dispatch. And then I get another call. I tried calling my brother, getting a hold of him, and that didn't happen. I think it just kept ringing. And I was like, wow, you really are a piece of work, honestly. My alarm, go back to bed, frazzled, and then it goes off again at 8 a.m. Can someone please tell me, how do you have a glass sensor get triggered, not once, but twice in a row without breaking the window? Like, what are you doing in my home to be triggering these alarms? So at that point, I told my security system, because they're like, do we want to dispatch police? I have no fucking clue what's going on. Like, I am 4 hours away. I am not home. And I was like, you know what? Call me back in 10 minutes. I'm gonna try to get a hold of my brother. He has been spending the night there for the past few days, so I'm sure it's him. Like, there's no way someone's breaking into my home at 8 a.m. Phone is dead. It goes straight to voicemail. So I call my mom, and at this point, I'm losing my shit. Like, I am going up the staircase of like, I'm gonna cry now. I'm gonna lose my shit. I'm sitting there, I'm waking up, and this is like legit on my birthday morning. I'm trying to get a hold of my mom. She's like, oh, well, let's get a hold of Dan. I'm like, please do, because this motherfucker is giving me a fucking heart attack. Like, I was like, this is like, do I go home? Like, it's gonna take me 4 hours to get there. Like, if I send the police over and there's nothing there, I'm gonna get fined. It was just like, it was like literally like the last thing I ever thought I was gonna deal with, but I did have an instinct that this shit was gonna happen. And you know what? I was like, no, I'm being paranoid. I don't want him there, which I didn't after he stayed there for a few weeks. And so I ended up having to call the police, talk to them. I had to dispatch him out to my unit, and they're calling me, talking to me. They're like, well, we're knocking on the door. No one's answering. All the windows are intact. So it seems like everything's fine and okay. Like, and I was like, oh, well, you know, great, sure, awesome. Then noon comes around and boom, it gets triggered again. And I was like, oh, this is wonderful. Like, this is now, like, I'm done. Like, I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna tell him to get the fuck out and to never ever step foot in my home again, because this is just, it was like a buildup of things that were happening prior to this, but this just completely like set me off. I'm like, out of all the days in the year to be pulling your fucking shenanigans and you decide to do it on my birthday, I was like, we're done. You are not welcome in my home anymore. And I don't, like, you want to grab dinner? Great. Call me. Tell me where you want to meet. But you are not welcome in my home anymore. Like, you overstayed your welcome. You totally have taken me for granted and have just completely thrown me for a loop. Like, I don't want anything to deal with you. Like, this is not a hotel. This is not just something you can bounce back on because you have no plans. Like, go get a fucking hotel and destroy that. Don't be coming to my house and destroying my home, because this is my like safe spot. This is like where I recharge. I'm an introvert, so I like to be by myself. This is where I recharge. It's like where I like to light a candle and just have a glass of wine or watch some reality TV show. And he was just completely ruining it for me. So I don't know if anyone else has issues that they have to deal with when it comes to their family. I'm just like now learning at the time of my life is like when it's important to set boundaries with especially family, because they do know how to gaslight you and manipulate you into thinking that you should be like indebted to them and all this bullshit, which I'm like, I get it. Like, my parents specifically, they immigrated here. They gave me a great life. They put a home, food, right? But I'm also not, I'm a child, well, a young adult, and my responsibility is to not support you to the extent that you need me to support you. Like, of course I'll help out where I can, but I'm also living completely by myself, independent of anyone. And I just don't feel like that is my responsibility if both parents are in great health and they're capable of working full-time jobs. It's like, I'm not a security blanket or something you can just lean on or take advantage of because you don't want to work. So yeah, since my brothers left, I have to basically like, I have so much on my plate now. It's like, I'm like really stressed out. Like, I have to replace my couch. It's now broken. Broke my couch. Yeah, love that. So I'm trying to see, like, it's technically covered under warranty and it should be repaired. However, people are assholes and they're cheap, and so they create products, but yet because they're cheap and of poor quality, they don't want to be replacing it. And I'm just like, well, then maybe you shouldn't be creating it in the first place if this is how you're gonna be handling your business, like, honestly. So after he left, I basically have to like now fix up a lot of things in my apartment because he just completely destroyed it. A lot of it has already been repaired, but it's just taking up a lot of my time. And unfortunately, I'm really busy at work. They have me placed as like another interim position. So I'm just completely swamped. And I'm exhausted, and this is like the last thing I really want to be dealing with. I have to replace my couch. My garbage disposal was finally fixed again. He broke that. This was not him. I had to replace a light upstairs. Cleaning. Oh my God. It took me 3 fucking days to clean up my apartment after he left. He just like is a fucking pig. Like, it's disgusting that humans live this way. And I think that's like a non-negotiable for me when dating, is like, if you are dirty and you're like there's a difference between being messy, because I can be very messy. Like, I will like try on 10 different outfits in the morning and throw my clothes everywhere, like on my bed. They're clean clothes, they're just on my bed, right? So I just have to rehang it. But being dirty, nah. At one point I was like, I'm very frugal, and I was considering hiring a cleaning lady, because I was just like that fucking over it. I'm like, I don't even want to fucking deal with this right now, and I'm exhausted. Like, this is not what I asked for. Like, when you have friends over or company, like, you typically would think that they would like do things to make your life easier. Nope. One of the favorite things that I got was, my mom doesn't really know what to get me. I can be very picky with like what I want. And so my mom ended up giving me some money. And so I've been getting this jewelry, obsessed with. It's from a designer called Maria Tash. Oh, her stuff to die for. Like, I will sell my arm and my leg to just get hands on her jewelry. Like, it is disgusting. I don't know why I love it so much. I think it's just like edgy yet classic, and like sexy and fun, and it's nice. It's like quality diamonds, real gold. It's what you want as jewelry. And I love piercings. Like, that's something, again, that I'm just like, ooh, I love a good moment. So I ended up, these were already here. So I had this pierced in New York by Maria Tash 2 years ago when I was out there for my bachelorette trip. I had this pierced in Dallas, but it's Maria Tash. And then I had, this is my first hook and obsession that it all started with Maria Tash, my date piercing here. It's opal. It's so pretty. And then this skull my sister got me for my birthday. Look at that little cute skull. She's like, what do you want? And then she got it in the mail, and she's like, calls me. She's like, I think they fucked up your order. And I was like, what do you mean they fucked up my order? She's like, they just sent one earring and it's tiny. Like, we spent $300 on this tiny little earring. Like, I think they fucked it up. I need to call them. And I'm like, oh no, sweetie. Like, that's just how like expensive her stuff is. So I had to explain to her. She's like, dude, she was like, you're whack for buying this kind of jewelry and it's this expensive. I'm like, listen, you don't even know. Like, this stuff is like so amazing. So she ended up seeing it and she's like, okay, like, I mean, yeah, it's a lot of money, but it's like, it's a vibe. And then the safety pin right here is from a little small shop from Etsy. I think this one's gold filled, but the rest of them are real gold. And then this one I think is my favorite. It's cuffs, like hand cuffs. And I typically like wearing it like this, but sometimes when I'm feeling feisty, I'll kind of have it down and it'll just be like a dangling cuff. Let me do that for you right now. Oh, look at that. Isn't that precious? And then you go like this. You're under arrest. I love it. So yes, my friend and I are actually going out to New York. So Maria Tash is a designer, a jewelry designer, but she also owns like piercing shops. So it's a piercing place that carries only her stuff. It's called Maria Tash. Got it? Good. So she has one, I think the only one that's based in the US is in New York. And so my friend and I are going to New York, and I'm like, I'm sorry, like when we go there, this is now my tradition. Every time I go to New York, I have to get at least one piercing at her shop with her jewelry. And my friend's like, who the hell is this? Like, what is wrong with you? Like, you are fine. No, I'm teasing. She was like, okay, that's fine. We'll squeeze her in. She's like, do we need an appointment? Da, da, da. And I'm like, no, like you just like walk in and you're basically fine, right? Then I was like, listen, you should do it too. And she's like, I don't know. And I'm like, come on, just do it. So I ended up convincing her to do it. I think she's still trying to figure out where she wants it. All right, let's add the pretty blue. I'm gonna do it with my finger first. Oh, that is basically what I was looking to get out of this. That's so pretty. Wow, and I didn't even use like setting powder or anything. I just used my finger. Like this is like legit. Urban Decay never lets me down, honestly. Like if we're gonna keep it real, they're legit. But yeah, when I go to New York, I already have what I'm gonna get done next. If you guys want to influence me into getting maybe another piercing or to get a different type of piercing over the one that I actually want, let me know in the comments below and I'll take it into consideration. But I also want you to check out her website and then put in like the earring that you think would be perfect with like the placement of what I would want. Okay, so we're gonna just smoke out the bottom of the lashes. So yeah, doesn't that suck that I had to like deal with that with my family and all that? I'm like, you people suck. Like, just let me be. Like, why can't people just leave me alone? That's all I really want in life. Just, if I'm not into it, just leave me alone. That's all I want. I'm taking that same blue and I'm just gonna line my eyes so it gives it a little bit more depth. Dior Forever Skin Veil, love this. If you just wanna wear it by itself or with makeup, you are not making a bad decision there. Oh, so what else did my brother destroy? He also spilled some shit on my marble table and cannot get it out. And it's funny because I also, what is it called when you like coat it so like it doesn't soak up or absorb like water or leave stains? Yeah, that, I don't know what he spit, but that thing was so strong it like created a chemical reaction and it's like a crusty white film now on my table. Cleaned me out, drank all my vodka, broke my garbage disposal, broke several cups, and didn't even have the audacity to tell me. I'm just like, where did this mug go? Can't find it. There's also a champagne glass. Can't find that. Oh, the best part, he brought a complete stranger into my home that is a male and told him that I live here by myself. And this is my home. And he lives in my building. And then he tried to tell me that he blacked out one night with this guy there and is now concerned for his safety because he thinks he did something to him. And I'm like, oh, but you didn't think that like, I don't know, like you should be concerned about telling him that like I live here by myself? No, okay. Got it. You're just concerned for your safety, not mine. Destroyed my toilet, like disgusting. I don't know what he did to it, but I probably spent a solid hour cleaning it. Like it was just inside, around, nearby. It was all just like, I'm gonna throw up thinking. I'm like, my eyes are watering up because I'm like legit thinking about vomiting, just thinking about it. Oh, and then the best part is he would come home on the weekdays at like 2, 3 a.m., set off my security system, and I would like wake up in a panic because like my biggest fear in my entire life is someone breaking into my home when I'm home, which is why I got a security system. And the next step is for me to get a gun. Like I'm genuinely terrified that like, I mean, I'm like 115, 20 pounds, dude. I'm fucking, if someone breaks in, I'm out. Like that's it for me. Like I have no standing chance to get out. Like that's it. Like I'm done for. And so he would come in like at 2, 3 a.m. in the morning. I think sometimes like 4 or 5 on a weekday, just nonchalant, triggering my alarm, opening up the door. When the door opens or anything happens in my house, my security system talks. It's like door open, door closed, door locked, door unlocked, stuff like that. So it keeps me in the loop and like I can hear what's going on. And I'm on the 2nd floor, so I'm like in my bed, like I don't have a fight or flight response, guys. I freeze. Like I'm like, maybe if I don't move, no one will see me. So I basically had to, yeah, that happened multiple times. He'd be stumbling in. I don't know, God knows what he was doing downstairs, but he was crinkling and cracking on plastic bottles. I'm like, listen, now is not the time to be recycling, sir. Like, now is the time to be going to bed because I have to be up at like 6, 7 a.m. and either go work out or go to work. It's just like extremely inconsiderate, like honestly. Like, I wouldn't wish this upon anyone. It was just like a nightmare. It's like really sad. I wish no ill will, but I ain't taking care of that big ass baby. Not in my house. Oh, and then the best part is the guilt tripping. Like, not only was it not enough that like you just like completely were a jerk and inconsiderate and like made my life a living hell for the 2 weeks that you were here. And I told him too, once he left, I was like, just don't come back, because he was starting stuff with my sister. And I'm like, just let me be, leave me alone. This is too much drama. This is like making me uncomfortable. There's so much like anger, and I'm like, I need zen. Like, I'm a very calm person. Like, yes, I'm wild and I'm crazy and I'm like, brah! And I troll and I instigate, but it's all with absolutely zero malicious intent. Like, I'm just genuinely a very calm person. And so that's the best part, is like after I told him to leave, he just like made his way back in and just didn't question anything, does not confront me. He thought that he could change my mind, and he was trying to like manipulate me by asking me why our mom is calling him. I'm like, bitch, you know why? Because I told my mom the tea. I was like, Mom, I just booted homeboy to the curb. He has 2 hours to pack his shit. I went for a run, had some beer, enjoyed happy hour, had some oysters, got back, said deuces, and that was it. And he tried to like manipulate me into being like, oh, why is mom calling? Like, she keeps calling me. What's going on? I was like, you know why? Like, you're not dumb. You know what's going on. And almost when I was like, you know why? It was like, all right, he got it. And then he made this like whole scene. I was just like, get out. Oh my God. It was such a nightmare, guys. And my friend, his wife passed away. So I was like, I had to go to a funeral, and then like the anxiety of coming back and having to kick my brother out of my own home. Like, I was like, this is not things that I should be dealing with. Like, this is just like, it's unfortunate, honestly. And it was very stressful, and especially since I already said like, you are not welcome, like get out. And then a week later he comes back to Dallas. I think he ended up needing to barbecue, so I have some tools. So I was like, all right, like, it's my fault. I should have never given him access to my security system. I honestly thought he would have respected the fact and like acknowledged that I said, do not come back into my house and like spend the night there. But he was like, oh, she's gonna be gone in Austin, so I have somewhere to stay. Oh, and he slept in my fucking bed. I was like, excuse me? And that is my fucking bed. You sit your bitch ass, sleep it on the floor or on the couch. Oh, hell no, are you sleeping in my bed? Nah. I was like, you must be out of your fucking mind. What do you think of this eye look, by the way? Do you like it? I kind of feel like once I have everything else on, it'll be like, nice. Oh my God, yeah. I was like, this, no boundaries. And he was like buying stuff. Like, he was making it, like, my kitchen table was now his office workspace. I was like, oh, hello. Are you going to be paying for rent or making my meals or cleaning or picking up after yourself? No? Oh, okay. So you're just gonna like start your like little business in my home. I was like, get the out of here with this. Like, hell no. Hell no. I ended up buying new brushes, which I'm using now. Oh, love them. So I know I sometimes, and by sometimes very frequently, I use very luxurious things, but I promise you, it's like you need to like legit invest. Like, of course there's like solid things at a cheaper rate. Like, I get it, but like, I don't know. Since I love makeup so much and like really is like my little outlet where I release stress and I can be my absolute best self and just feel like I'm not in a judgment zone. Then I ended up going home to see my really good friend. It was her daughter's second birthday, so I went home, stayed at my home. I was a little nervous because things were kind of getting crazy, so I was kind of like, oh, here we go. And I just got to relax. I worked because I was like, please give me work while I'm gone. Like, dude, you're going on vacation. I was like, I don't think you understand. Like, just can I please work when I'm gone? I can't. I need an excuse to not be bothered. It's so sad. So my next step is to like eventually swap out all my brushes that I currently have, which are a majority of them, if not all, are from Morphe. I think a couple are from like e.l.f. and Sephora. But I do want to end up swapping out all my brushes and having vegan friendly. I think I'm coming to life now that I have bronzer. Bronzer makes like, this is like make it or break it for me, baby. I need this. What else has happened? Oh yeah, so I went home to Chicago. I got to see one of my really good friends, her daughter. We celebrated her birthday. I got her cute little like standing microphone set where she gets to like press on pedals and play music and sing. She loves music, and so she always like bops in it whenever I see her, my friend snaps. It's so cute. She just is like the sweetest little girl too, but she's so sassy. I'm like, girl, you got it cut out for you. She's like, I know. She's like a mini me of me. I was like, yeah, and you're a fucking handful. It was good. I got to see her mom, her dad. They love me. Who doesn't? Well, my ex and his family, but they're crazy. It's fine. Yeah, I guess that's interesting. Would anyone be interested in hearing about like my divorce and what happened? I don't really talk about it. I'm like really naturally a private person. I don't like drama. I'm definitely not one to like, I'm one that will confront. Like if someone tries to start with me or like spread false lies or accusations, like I will not hesitate and say something, but I'm not going to start anything. But then again, this is like something that I suffered and had to go through on my own. Basically like financially, emotionally, mentally, physically, like everything was just off on my own. And again, I don't really talk about it. People are shocked when they hear that I was divorced. They're kind of like, you, but you're like so young. And I'm like, oh, I know. Not what I planned. Didn't think this would happen. But I am very open about it to like people that I genuinely can trust and I feel like won't judge me. I think judging is like a really big thing for me. I don't like being judged. I think I mentioned that multiple times. It's just like everyone goes through their own hardships. I don't think anyone ever has a perfect life. I do think sometimes some people have a harder life than others, if not more. But I don't think that ever counts for like you being judgmental. So when people find out that I am a divorcee, they're always like, but you're so young, or what? Like you, or they'll judge like the situation and be like, but if that's true, then da da da. Yeah, it's kind of been like a really interesting process. It opened up my eyes to see who was there for me, who wasn't. So again, if you guys are interested, let me know. And I would love to have like, not tea time, but just like a vulnerable moment, which is something I'm not really into. I don't get vulnerable ever. I don't like expressing myself emotionally. It's very difficult. There's reasons behind it, but it's like, it's just like, it's sad. It's like really, really unfortunate. And I would not wish this upon anyone, honestly. And then 4th of July is coming up. I will be out in Denver for 2 weeks. I have a whole week off of work, and then I will just be out there with my partner. I don't know what's planned. We will see. Oh, see, my mind is all over the place. Also, when I went home, it was my mom's birthday, my sister's birthday, so we kind of celebrated all that. And bish, oh, I spoiled my sister. My sister's currently obsessed with Playboy, like Playboy attire, Playboy everything. So I ended up getting her, she's also a skateboarder, like she fucks up her shit, like hardcore, like goes to the skate park, and like half her body is in complete bruises from like the trip. I don't know what the hell she's doing, but I'm like, boo, no thank you. So I ended up getting her a Playboy skateboard, like deck. They did not have wheels on the website, so I was like, okay, we'll just have to figure that one later. But I think she just wants to put up on her wall, because I think she would, if she wanted to use it, she would also have to put like the tape on top of the board, but then it would like ruin the design, because like the design's on the top and on the bottom. I mean, it's like, it's a vibe. I also got her a really cute gold and silver necklace that says "Do not trust anyone," and she does not. I thought I was tough. She's definitely tougher. I think I'm just very forgiving. Like, I have a big heart, and it'll get to the point where I'll put someone before me. So that's something I'm like learning about, is to like, if someone really cares for you, they will make the effort to show that they care for you. And then the other thing I got my sister, which was just really a prank, and I ended up pranking my whole family, is, what is it called? My eyebrows are bothering me. I have to darken them. I think I need a darker color. I think they just look washed out on camera though. Oh, so the prank that I did to my entire family is I got this little wooden box, and when you slide the door open on top, it's like a little knob, and you push back on it. If you do it quick enough, a spider will pop out, like a rubber spider, and it basically like pops out to the point where it grabs onto the top of your hand. So I have a video of recording my sister, and she just like went, like she gasped. I'm like, you fucking asshole, I would have thrown that at you. If someone did that to me, I would throw the box at them. Like, I'd be like so terrified. I would like unintentionally throw it at them, of course, and scream. I hate spiders. I scream like a little girl. It's funny because me and my friends, her son, were playing in the pool the other day, and we're trying to like rescue this moth, and this moth would be like fluttering and be like, like, right, and we're trying to, and I was like, dude, I'll walk you through this, like, you have to scoop this out. And as soon as he threw it out of the pool, he's like, ah! And then I start screaming, and she's like, can you children stop? And I'm like, me and him look at each other, we're like, that was scary. And we probably had to do this like 3 times over, and she's just like, dude, where is this bug? Let me just get it out of the pool for you, because this is getting annoying. I'm just a little kid at heart. What can I say? Oh, and then the other prank I did, my mom is mortified of mice. So I'm like, what better idea than to get a remote control play mouse and have it like shuffle between the couches. My brother got to that shit before I did, and all of a sudden me and my sister were like taking photos for her birthday. She's posing, looking snatched. All of a sudden we just hear my mom scream bloody murder, and my sister look at each other, we're like, he took the fucking mouse and is using it on my mom. And my mom got terrified. I'm so annoyed, I can't even handle it. And then also for her birthday, I was like, hey mom, come outside. And you know how you have, like they do these gender reveals where they like have powder and like you twist it and it pops and the powder comes open. It's like, oh my God, it's a boy, or oh my God, it's a girl. So I got a whole like box of it. And I was like, okay, Maggie, I'll take pink, you take blue. So we like messed with her and basically telling her we got pregnant. So we go and we're like, okay, mom, close your eyes. And we both twist it, and mine popped out and it was pink. And my sister couldn't do it, so I had to do it for her. And my mom was just like screaming bloody murder because it sounds like a gunshot, honestly. And we have this on footage. It's like the funniest thing ever. Like the things we put our mom through is like, we just love fucking with her. Like it's just so fun because she gets so startled, but it's so cute because she doesn't like get mad. She's just like, that's not nice. And we're like, oh, okay, next time. So yeah, we just always like to troll with her. Like I'll be like, hey mom, I'll like twerk, and I'll be like, guess where I learned this? And she's like, oh, you do that? I was like, yeah, I learned it in a strip club. She's like, why would you learn that? That's not nice. Like, that's so not ladylike. And I'm like, I know. Why do you think I learned it at a strip club? I've got a part-time strip. And she's just like, no, she'll start praying. She'll be like, and I'm like, oh my God, my mom probably thinks I'm this like crazy ass person, but I'm so calm. Like, I literally am like so lame. It's awesome. I love it. Okay, that is everything that I wanted. So that is my get ready. Thank you for getting ready with me. I hope you enjoyed this look. It's a vibe. Like, I feel like I should be like going out for a drink or having a nice glass of whiskey. And both these necklaces are from Etsy. If you're interested in buying any of the Etsy or Maria Tash, let me know. I can put it in my little box below and you can click on it and get it, check it out. If you do, bish, let me know. I am here for a good Maria Tash moment, like obsessed. Anyways, that is everything that I have for today. Thank you for joining me, chit-chatting, getting a cute update since my birthday and what I've been doing and what I will be doing. Be sure to let me know if you think I should get another piercing. What should it be? Where? Send me the jewelry. Like, I am here for a good curated ear. Like, it's a vibe. Thank you so much for joining me. And until the next time. I don't know why I run away. I wanna make a good time. We can make it last all night. Na 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 na, get dark, keep coming. Whiskey by the sun. We just try to have a good time, even if it lasts all night.